Okay, so tell us about yourself to those who haven't seen the show before.
I'm Chris Underwood. I won Survivor season 38. I was actually born and raised in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and I grew up in Surfside. Went to school there, college up in Wofford and Spartanburg, and I have been a Survivor fan my whole life. Super excited to get back to the hometown and represent the Survivor family and do it for a good cause. So really excited.
Okay. So on the show, what was your favorite challenge you competed in?
My favorite challenge was, and actually it was in episode 3. It was one of those really cool challenges where you have a massive slingshot and you've got big targets that you've got to sling beanbags at. And it was, those targets were 50 yards away. It was really fun. And that was definitely my favorite challenge because it was a challenge that we won. We won some protein, much needed protein for the tribe. And I was the one that got to shoot all of the slingshot bags. So that was probably my favorite challenge.
You remember in season 17 when Randy was trying to do the slingshot and they were literally right on top of it and they were all, do you remember that? I always, when the slingshot challenge comes up, that's what I think of. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah.
So what is the hardest thing about, especially because you had a really rough in your season, what was the hardest thing about being on Survivor for you?
The most difficult thing for me was it's a very taxing game mentally. So mentally, it's difficult from you're not eating, you're not sleeping very well. You are trying not to piss anyone off. I don't know if I can say that, but you're trying to not make anyone mad. And it's very important to kind of, it's a social game. So you have to be on at all times, and it can get very exhausting to do that day in and day out. So from a mental standpoint, it's very, very difficult, especially when you're losing weight and you're, like I said, sleep deprived. It can get intense. So I think I'd say mental toughness, like the mental part of that game is way harder than the physical, just staying on when you need to be on.
So, what is your favorite season outside of the ones you competed in, or the one you competed in?
My favorite seasons, I would say Second Chances, Survivor season 30, I believe, was one of my favorites when Jeremy won. I really liked season 40, actually, the most recent season, Winners at War. I thought that was really fun, probably because I know those guys and girls that played. I know a number of them, and to watch them play after having met them personally and become friends with them and kind of cheering them on. And Tony, of course, played a great game again. So that was fun. That was a fun season to watch.
When I was watching it, I was so excited to see all of the different people come back, because I never thought we would see like Amber play again or Ethan. So it was Second Chances is my favorite season too, but Winners at War was really cool to see all those people come together. So, being a winner of the show, especially being from around the area, you kind of have a leg up there because you're from the community, the community. Do you think you have a standing chance during the game being such a big name from the show, or do you think you can use that to your advantage and act like a mentor, but really you're continuing, because you're a real participant? They might look at you as a mentor, you are the tribe captain, but you're also a participant. So what do you think?
Yeah, I definitely am going to be going into the game with a target on my back. They're going to want to come for me because they think that Probably the thought is, oh, this guy's a, professional at Survivor because he actually played for money. We're all amateurs out here, so they're going to be gunning for me and trying to build their resume by getting me out. But having been on the show, been on Survivor, and knowing the different phases and kind of when to vote out what types of people, it's definitely an advantage for me. And so I'm going to be a mentor when I need to be a mentor, a friend when I need to be a friend, and I also am here to play. So gonna do what I need to do.
Perfect. So why did you choose to participate? I mean, other than me begging you, why did you choose to participate?
Well, I will say, Shaw, you have been persistent over the last few years of you're like, hey, you're a local guy, you won Survivor, we'd love to get you involved in the community here. And the timing was right for me. It's been crazy last couple years. I've been building a business that has seen a lot of growth, and so my time is definitely pulling me in a bunch of different directions. But the window of opportunity came up, and I said, you know what, let's do it. Let's raise some money for a good cause, and so I'm excited that the timing worked out this year. Yeah,
we've never. I think you're the only one from the area ever on the show. So, and to be a winner.
I think so, yeah. So there's been a few from Charleston, and I think a few from other parts of South Carolina, but I'm pretty sure I'm the only one from the Grand Strand area who participated and then obviously won.
Yeah. So I mean, we've been dying to have you, and I don't know if you've heard about River Island Adventure, where it's being held.
Yes, it was a couple of years ago, but we exchanged Facebook messages. So I'm excited to get out there and see, even all that's changed in the last few years over there at River Island Adventures.
Yeah, I'm excited. So, do you think that you will align with Sandra given the opportunity?
Do I think that there's always a possibility. There's nothing that is impossible in Survivor, and so there's definitely a chance. I've been able to spend time with Sandra, and she's awesome. She's amazing outside of Survivor, or outside of outside of Survivor, she's amazing. But also, I know her inside of Survivor, and how good she is and how good she plays. So we'll have to see about that. I can't say for sure that I'm gonna align with her, but the right vote, the right time, you are always looking to just get one step further. So I am certain that we're going to be working together out there.
Like I mentioned before we started, everybody's able to reach out to everyone. There's not a rule or anything about that. Do you think you'll reach out to anybody before the game, or do you want everything to remain authentic inside of the game?
If you're playing Survivor, you're always playing Survivor. So I think that it's important to for the integrity of the game that people start building those alliances when they're out there. But there's some competitive people out there as well, so there's a good chance they might be already forming alliances.
Do you have anything else you would like to say to the public when they're viewing your interview?
I am looking forward to having a lot of fun. It's for a good cause, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna play Survivor again in the future, but this might be the closest I get. So I'm ready to go hard and play full out.